Good morning, beautiful, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Charlene Town. I share healthy habits, hormones, and building a sustainable lifestyle that feels good. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I love you so much. Today's video, I am taking you through my new fall morning routine and how I am rebuilding my healthy habits so that I can be my best self going into 2026. I am also going to be doing a Q&A at the end of this video, answering all of your guys' questions about perimenopause and life lately. So if you guys are interested in that, stay till the end. And if this is content that you guys like to see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into today's video. So let's create your perfect morning routine, because having a good morning routine sets you up not only for having a really great day, but it sets you up for having a really great life. Because I heard this quote once that said, our life is simply an accumulation of our days. And I love that, because we have the chance every single day to have a really good day, and it starts with a really good morning routine. And fall is a really great time to get on track with our healthy habits, because we're moving closer towards the holidays where there's more food and more holiday events and a lot of things going on that are going to take us out of our healthy habits. So if we lock into our healthy habits now, we will be set up for success going into them. You're going to have your morning routine on point. You're going to have your movement on point. And so if you go and you have a little extra calories one day, your routine is going to have you back on track the next day, right? So without further ado, I just want to break down my morning routine, and I want to share with you why I do my morning routine. And I hope that this inspires you to maybe start to incorporate some of these things into your morning routine so that you can be your best self going through the holidays and heading into 2026. So the first thing that you really want to have for a really solid morning routine is that you really want to have an anchor habit. Okay, so my anchor habit many years ago when I first started having a morning routine was waking up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. was really hard for me. You got to have that one thing that you're like, yes, I am committing to this. I'm showing up even when it's hard. Like 5 a.m. was that for me. I was like, okay, my daughter's sleeping. I need to get up early so that I can get the work done, so that I can take time for myself, so that I can journal and read and edit and whatever I wanted to get done that day. I needed to get up at 5 a.m. Okay, well, I've been getting up at 5 a.m. for years, like years and years. So I needed to create a new anchor habit. So a couple months ago, I started an elimination diet, and because of my hormones, perimenopause, I got a ping from the universe, and I decided that I really needed to start incorporating bone broth soup into my morning routine. There are lots of studies that show that glycine in bone broth is really helpful for healing your gut. There's a lot of studies that show that if you eat protein within the first 30 minutes of waking up, it helps balance your hormones in the morning. So I thought about all of those things, and I was like, okay, I can't just eat plain bone broth. It doesn't taste good to me. So I like to create a really nourishing bone broth soup. One of my favorites is like a ginger turmeric chicken bone broth soup. I love it because it's got the glycine first thing in the morning, helps heal my gut. I'm always working on gut health, and getting that protein in first thing in the morning, it took a while for me to get into the habit of it, because again, it's a new anchor habit. It's not going to be just super easy right out of the gate, right? But I made a commitment to do it for 30 days while I was doing my elimination diet, and I have continued doing that. I have been eating bone broth soup every single morning since July, and I absolutely love it. I have noticed a shift in just how I feel in the mornings. Having that protein first thing helps me feel even. I don't get the jitters with my coffee, and I honestly just look forward to having that warm soup first thing in the morning. It feels good. I know that it's nourishing. It's doing something really good for my body, and I just love it. It's so nice to wake up, turn on my soup. I do my gratitude practice. So find an anchor habit would be for you. Make a commitment and follow through with the commitment that you make to yourself. I promise you that one habit alone will change your life. So then my next habit that I do every single morning, I used to do my gratitude practice at night. I would get in bed and I would recall like 5 to 10 things that happened within the last 12 hours. And I would write down like teeny tiny things, like small things that I otherwise would have missed if I didn't take the time to write it down, right? Like a supportive hug from my husband, that first sip of coffee in the morning, the smell of my new fall candles that are out, like little things that just make life so much better, things to be grateful for. Well, now I do them in the morning just because I feel like with my hormone shift, I'm so exhausted in the evening. And also setting my intention and my gratitude practice, having that healthy mindset first thing in the morning really helps set my success for the rest of the day, right? It has me looking for the good throughout the day. And also it does something to your brain when you wake up and you're like, I am so grateful for this hot soup. I'm so grateful for that kind conversation that I had with the lady at the checkout stand at Trader Joe's, right? It helps you look for those small moments that you might miss throughout the day, and it's a huge mindset shift. And so I've been doing my gratitude practice and journaling in the morning. So if something's coming up for me, something that happens, I don't know if it's happening for you guys, but something that happens for me with perimenopause is that my mindset can be very negative sometimes, or just negative thoughts pop into my mind and it's easy to spiral. And so being able to write down, is this true? Like write down the facts, write down what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and then be like, okay, but is that true? Do I need to just ask for some support? Do I need a hug? Like, am I really needing some connection right now? How can I ask for what I need? And I just get to write those thoughts down in the morning, which helps set me up for the rest of the day. And it's like, okay, now I just know, okay, you know what? I'm feeling a little fragile, or I'm feeling a little hormonal this morning. I'm gonna ask my husband for a really big hug this morning, and then that's gonna help my nervous system and just kind of relax throughout the day. So just having that like morning check-in with myself is really helpful. And I am happy to say I have been starting to incorporate light weight training back into my morning routine, and I'm so happy. I love lifting weights. But for months and months, I've just not had the energy. I have been so exhausted, mentally exhausted, and my pain levels have been really high. So every time I would work out, it would take me a week to recover, and it was just really rough. So I decided to shift my mindset away from, I'm not working on weight loss goals. That's not my focus right now. I just want to be able to lift. Like, I just want to show up for myself. I want to create this habit that I can slowly build on as my body gets stronger and my hormones start to even out, right? And the last thing that I really have been prioritizing, especially in this season of my life, is getting ready in the morning, making sure to wash my face every single morning. Take my time, not just a quick little face wash, like face wash, put my serums on, get dressed. I have been buying little pieces to add to my wardrobe. If you guys watched my video last week, I did a closet clean out and I purchased some new clothes. And so I've just been like playing around with my style again and trying to find little bits of me again. And part of that is taking care of myself in the morning, washing my face, putting makeup on, putting on real clothes, not just black stretchy leggings, right? And there's nothing wrong with wearing black stretchy leggings. For me, I just find that I get that extra spark and pep in my step when I put a little bit more time and energy into my appearance, and not in like a, oh my God, I'm so beautiful way, but when I take that time for myself to pick out a cute outfit and to do my makeup and put on some lip gloss, like I feel better. And when I get out into the world, I feel more confident. I might talk to somebody new, compliment somebody. Like, I feel like my best self when I take care of myself. And so that part of my morning routine has been really good, especially in this season of my life, where when I look in the mirror, I'm not like, oh my God, I love you, girlfriend. Like, you're hot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, girl, you looking good. I don't have that right now. I am faking it till I make it. I look at myself and I'm like, ooh, okay, I don't really know who you are. I don't recognize you, but I love you anyway, and I'm showing up for you anyway. And this little bit of like having some clothes that fit and putting on some nice makeup and, you know, showing up for myself gives me a little bit more of me back, you know? And then because I feel a little bit more like myself, then I want to put more time and energy into my workouts, right? Like, it all snowballs together. Eating my bone broth soup in the morning gives me energy energy and vitality to want to do a workout. It also is helping me reduce inflammation and, really helping heal me from the inside out, which is helping me want to get more movement in and feeling more like myself and getting my little spark back. That makes me want to work out because myself is I love to work out in the mornings, right? So just find the little things that light you up, that light a fire under you. And I would say as you move into the fall, it is changing, and that's okay. So find one thing that you can start to incorporate, and when that starts feeling easy, start to incorporate something else. I would love to know what you guys do for your morning routine, or what's your favorite thing that you do in your morning routine that helps set you up for success or makes you feel your most confident, or that is helping you through your perimenopause or menopausal journey. Let us know in the comments down below. Let's cheer each other on and support each other and share back and forth of like what's working for us. Let's create this community, you guys. You guys are the most beautiful community. I love you guys so much. You guys have given me so much, and I hope that I can give that back to you guys, and I hope that we can just like create the community here so that you feel seen and you feel like you're not crazy. It's actually just perimenopause, right? And so let's all share together in the comments down below. That wraps up this little portion of building our morning routine. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments down below, and the next time I see you guys, we will be doing our Q&A. So I will see you then. All right, ladies, we have come to the Q&A portion of this video. So grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, maybe just a big glass of water, and let's settle in for a fun little Q&A all about me and answering all of your questions. All right, so I've got my list of questions here, and I got a really great mix of like questions about me and then questions about perimenopause, which I think is perfect and ties in really well with this video. So let's settle in. I'm so excited. I'm gonna put my coffee down. Your job, is content creation your full-time gig, or did you go to college for something else? Thank you for the question. I did go to college for something else. I was actually a project engineer at a construction company while I put myself through school. I actually have my degree in social and behavioral sciences. I also have a minor in construction management, and then I got my aesthetics license. I'm an esthetician. I've had my own aesthetics business and my own aesthetics room before I had my daughter. I started doing social media to really talk about chronic pain and chronic illness because I didn't see that out there in the world, and I wanted to talk about it, and I felt like people really resonated with that because not a lot of people talk about chronic pain, because who wants to talk about chronic pain? And I was somebody who lived with chronic pain and really liked working out, and I felt like it was just a different kind of niche. And so I started talking about that on Instagram, and then I started my YouTube channel, and yeah, I've been doing it ever since. I absolutely love it. I love being able to connect with women all over the world. And now I have my 200-hour yoga certificate. So I teach yoga in class, and I'm moving into doing more in-person events. We'll be doing mindset and we'll be doing movement. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned for 2026 because those are coming. Very excited. But thank you so much for that question. All right, so let's move on to the next question. The next question, oh, this is a good one. What symptoms of perimenopause were you experiencing that led you to go to the doctor? This is a really great question. I am somebody who tracks my cycle, and I think it's really important as women who are cycling. So if you have a cycle, to keep track of your cycle and to note, like on a day that's really hard, maybe it's like really high anxiety, or maybe your patience is just gone, and like normally you have so much compassion for your children, but all of a sudden it's like everything makes you want to just like lash out irrationally. Or I remember very specifically, I was experiencing thoughts and feelings of just wanting to leave this life behind. Not like death by any means, but like I just had this overwhelming sense that I was not good for my family, that I was a terrible mother, that Liv would be better off without me, that my husband would be better off if I just wasn't in the picture. Like they were so happy together and they could play and they could do all this stuff. And I felt like I couldn't find joy. And so I was like, if I can't be happy and a good mom, why should I be here in this house? Like I should leave and they'll be better off without me. Like that was a really big turning point for me. And it's even hard to say out loud. Like you don't want to admit that to anyone, that you think that your family's better off without you. That's not a good feeling to have, but it's so important
to talk about. And so I noticed that I would experience those feelings on a very specific day or couple days of my cycle. And I started to see it as a pattern, right? So I started being able to set myself up for success with different habits and supplements, and was talking to my doctor about that. But because of that symptom, I started to just write down the symptoms that I was experiencing. So I want to read them to you in case this is helpful for you. So these are the symptoms that I started writing down that brought me to talking to my doctor. Extreme brain fog, weight gain, specifically on my belly and my thighs for no reason. Like my diet hadn't changed, still was eating like low FODMAP, SIBO, paleo based diet. I was still working out 5 days a week, lifting heavy weights, like heavy weights, doing my best. And I was just putting on weight for no reason. Infuriating. Vaginal dryness, lack of sex drive. I couldn't sleep to save my life. I would wake up all night long, especially between the hours of 1:45 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to pee all night long. It was so frustrating, like 2 or 3 times a night. I'm like, what the heck? Like I get that I take a lot of supplements at night, but this is ridiculous. Mood swings on very specific days. And I tracked my days, especially on the days that I didn't feel like myself. Night sweats. Like if I wore pajamas to bed, I would sweat through them. I'd have to go change my pajamas. My voice sounded different. It was very raspy, craving sugar, just like sweet things. Really high anxiety, high cortisol levels, especially last year, 2023 to 2024, like severe anxiety that would take a couple hours for me to like really be able to regulate my nervous system again. But those are my symptoms, and that's what really brought me to talking to a doctor about it. Okay, how do I enjoy life with chronic pain? One, I just want to acknowledge you and let you know that I see you and I am sorry. Living with chronic pain is not easy. It's been a long time. I've had a long time to live with chronic pain, and there are days that are really hard for me, and I am really frustrated and I'm really sad, and I just wish that I could live a normal life. But how I live with chronic pain is I find gratitude in all of the little things that there are in this life, because it is so easy to get caught up in the pain. Everything hurts. I can't do this. I can't do that. Like the negative mindset and the negative thoughts and feelings and the physical pain can cause you to live in this state of only seeing the bad things, the hard things. And when I changed my mindset to look for the good in every single day, it made me believe and see that there was so much more to life than my chronic pain. And it took me doing that work of every single night looking for 5 things to be grateful for. And some days it was sipping my hot cup of coffee, being able to do things like, what was I able to do today, right? Being able to focus on the positive things made me see more positive things and made me be able to do things that supported myself to do more things, right? When I was in a negative mindset, all I could see was the bad things. So because all I saw was the bad things, I wasn't looking for opportunities to feel better. I wasn't looking for opportunities to make my life better. I was only seeing the pain. I was only seeing what I was limited on. I was only focused on the hard stuff. And so when I started to look for the good in every day, I started to be able to see the opportunities when I could walk, when I could work out, when I was able to go to work without being in pain. And I noticed that not every day was I in pain all the time, right? I started to go to the doctor to look for pain management. I started to go to a holistic doctor to try to find alternative methods and supplements to help reduce my inflammation from the inside out. How can I eat in a way that supports my body? How can I move in a way that supports my body? How can I support reducing inflammation in more ways than just medication, right? It opened my mind to being able to take care of myself in a different way. And yeah, so gratitude. A long time ago, it was my first thing I think I ever created for you guys was my Finding Gratitude. It's like a journal or a guide. It's really just shares my experience of finding gratitude and how it saved my life. And then it gives you the prompts and the things that I did and I still do to this very day. And it changed my life and it changed how I live with chronic illness. And if you guys need that guide, it's always linked in the description box down below. It's a free guide. Just get it and read it. And I hope that that can help you. And if there's an area of life that you're really struggling in and you want to ask, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to support you. And I see you and I'm sorry that you're having a hard time. I really see you. That one got me, you guys. Thank you for that question. How do I start an elimination diet? This is an excellent question. Okay, guys, I have been teaching elimination diets for years now. I guide groups of women through elimination diets in my program. It was Food Freedom. I'm revamping it. It's so incredible. It's going to be Nourish 360, where it's mindset, movement, and the food aspect of it, which there was already mindset in it, but it's got yoga. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's going to be so great. So if you want to do an elimination diet with a group of women so that you have that support group and weekly check-ins and a community, I will put a link down below so you can get on the wait list, because I'm hoping to launch that soon. Get on the wait list because the people on the wait list will be the first ones to hear about it. So I will link that in the description box down below. But my fast tips right now, I created something for you guys called the Ultimate Elimination Diet Guide, which gives you guys my favorite recipes that I eat on the elimination diet. It teaches you how to do it, how to reintroduce the food, just like my quick guide of like how to get you to do an elimination diet. I have that linked in the description box down below for you. It's fantastic. It's a quick and easy read. It's got great resources in it, but I highly recommend 30 days. Like, commit yourself to 30 days. I promise you, it will go by so much faster. It's more about your mindset than it is about actually doing the thing, because our minds are the ones that are like, I can't do that. I can't give up alcohol for 30 days. I can't give up sugar for 30 days. Yes, you can. Yes, it takes willpower, but it is the best thing that I ever did for my inflammation, for my lifestyle. It's just so fantastic because all of our bodies can handle different foods and different things. Like, some people can eat dairy, some people can't eat dairy, some people can eat gluten and it doesn't affect them. Some people, it really affects them. And in a world where we are constantly consuming information about what to eat, what not to eat, what's good for you, what's bad for you, eat this, it's so good. Don't eat that, it's so bad. Like, don't eat bananas. Like, eat, guys. If you do an elimination diet once, 30 days, and then you slowly introduce foods back into your body, I guarantee you will have your customized diet plan for the rest of your life. You will know what foods feel good for you, and you'll know when foods aren't feeling good for you. So if you notice at the end of the day, you feel bloated, gassy, maybe you get diarrhea, maybe you have a headache, whatever, at the end of the night, you can be like, oh, what did I eat today that may have caused that? Did I drink enough water? Maybe that salad that I got when I was eating out, maybe it had some sugar in the dressing that I didn't think about. I'll have to make a mental note about that and get my dressing on the side, or maybe just try olive oil and vinegar, right? Like, it teaches you how to be a food detective. It teaches you to listen to your body. And let me tell you, that is gold. Ooh, how did you start HRT? Your path and initial steps. Okay, so how I started HRT was I have been going to see my holistic doctor for the last 2 years. I saw my OBGYN. I saw an endocrinologist. I ran the gambit, right? And I have been saying for the last 2 years that I thought that it was perimenopause based on the symptoms that I was experiencing. Probably not for the last 2 years, but for the last year, I would say I had been tracking my symptoms, and everyone kept telling me, you're too young. You're too young for this. Like, you still get a regular period. You should just take the pill. No. So I have been taking labs for years. And then my holistic doctor in August, we ran blood work, and the tests that ended up giving me my perimenopause diagnosis, she was looking to see where my hormones were coming from. And she checked my adrenals, she checked my ovaries, and that I think was the biggest one. And she checked my estrogen coming out of my ovaries, and she checked something about my eggs, because it was saying that I'm not producing eggs anymore and that my estrogen levels were really low. Maybe I'll pull it up really fast. This may be one of them. Anti-Mullern hormone, AMH female. I was really low in this. Let me ask ChatGPT, my best friend. Okay, yes, so this AMH means your ovarian reserve, meaning how many eggs your ovaries may still have. It helps doctors understand reproductive health and can also give you insight to where you might be hormonally in your perimenopause or menopause journey. Mine was low. Okay, this typically indicates a low ovarian reserve, which means you're approaching or are in perimenopause. I will put the name of that test right here because that was, I feel like, the test that she was like, okay, if you're not producing eggs anymore, that means that this could be the whole key, right? Okay, so that was the test that was really essential for getting my perimenopause diagnosis. And then the hormones that we've tested that have been fluctuating were estrogen and progesterone. So I'm doing the low dose estradiol patch. I change it every 3.5 days, and then I take progesterone, like a progesterone pill at nighttime. And I've been on it for almost 2 weeks now, and I can already see a shift in my sleep. I can tell I'm evening out, like I have more energy. My pain levels have been high, but my hormones are still fluctuating. I can tell, like, it takes, they say, 6 to 8 weeks before your body really balances out. However, I don't feel like when I started it, I never had like this big spike and crashes or anything like that. So what made me go to the doctor were my symptoms, and I just kept at it. I was like, I still don't feel right. I don't feel right. We tried a bunch of supplements trying to balance things out. I mean, we've been working together for 2 years trying to reduce my cortisol levels, trying to get me to sleep better. So it's not like I showed up at the doctor and she just handed me some HRTs. I tried a ton of different supplements. I have tried a lot of different things, and now we are doing HRT, and I am so happy. All right, let's go to the next question. How do you keep going when you are beyond burnt out? Girlfriend, let me tell you, I don't. I mean, you do. Moms, I feel like just have to get up and keep putting one foot in front of the other. You have to take care of the kids. You got to make their lunches, get them out the door, get them to school. About a month ago, I was surviving, not thriving. And I heard this analogy and it really kind of stuck with me. And it was this idea that we have all these balls in the air, and some of the balls that we have in the air are glass, and some of the balls that we have juggling around in the air are rubber. And so there are some balls that you can drop, like you can let them go and they're just going to bounce, and then you're going to be able to pick them up again. And there are some that are glass that you just really got to nurture and take care of. And what I do when I'm feeling super burnout is I ask myself, what do I have to do? What is going to take care of me? And for me, that's staying on top of my nutrition and my sleep, because those two things help my inflammation levels go down. Depends on my pain levels. If my pain levels are low, keeping fitness, lifting weights really helps with my anxiety. And so if I can work out, girlfriend, that is on my to-do list. However, like a month ago when I was like hit peak burnout, my inflammation levels were so high, my anxiety levels were so high, like I could barely breathe. I could barely talk to my daughter, let alone my husband, let alone a camera. And I just focused on surviving, not thriving. Like, what could I do to take care of my nervous system? Journaling, reading, keeping the house clean, taking care of my daughter, just the basics. And I kind of just let go of YouTube for that time because I couldn't physically talk to the camera. So my biggest tip for you, if you are in major burnout mode, is what fuels your soul? What makes you feel good? Pull out your gratitude journal, do journaling, get to the root of the cause. Like, what's the root cause of what's going on? Is there something that you can do different, right? What can you do to take care of yourself? Because I'm telling you, if I hadn't been eating good, if I hadn't been taking care of myself, and if I hadn't given myself that break, I wouldn't have been able to come back the way that I have, right? So take care of yourself and just do little things. You don't have to do this big production. You don't have to overhaul everything. Just do little things that make you come back to yourself and really figure out the root cause of the burnout, right? Because yes, kids are overwhelming and work is overwhelming and hormones being out of balance is overwhelming. But what I know to be true is that when my hormones are out of balance, I cannot handle anything else, right? Like my patience is gone, my anxiety is high, all of the things become so much harder. So for me, it was focusing on reducing my inflammation and fighting for this HRT journey and fighting to balance my hormones so that I can handle the stress, so that I can handle the workout, so that I can handle doing and living life the way I really want to and show up the way I really want to. Yeah, so I see you, I hear you, mamas, you guys are doing such a great job. I'm so proud of you. Just keep taking small steps and take care of yourself. Make yourself a priority. Focus on the joy and focus on being happy. And I promise you, you'll start to bring more happy into your life. Right? All right, you guys, I have several more about perimenopause. So maybe we'll just do a whole perimenopause Q&A. So if you guys have more questions about that, let me know in the comments down below. And I would love to just answer all of those together. That's actually it for today's video. I really hope that you found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe because it really supports my channel. And I will see you next Thursday for our next video. And I can't wait to keep supporting you through the end of the year. Let's become our best selves going into the new year. I love you so much, and I will see you then. Bye.